Chosen one, Jesus is weeping and endeavoring to reach you right now. What is coming in 30 minutes will absolutely shock you. Open this now, my child, my beloved, before I utter another word. You must grasp that heaven is deeply grieving because of how close you came to walking away from all that was meant for your soul. Jesus is weeping at this moment. His voice has resonated across the skies all today, repeating your name ceaselessly. However, something has been obstructing that sound from reaching you. I, Archangel Michael, was instructed to intervene. I was commanded to deliver this ultimate plea directly to your heart, because what is about to transpire in the next 30 minutes has never been spoken of before. You are not encountering this by mere chance. Heaven orchestrated this sacred interruption so that you would finally learn what no one else had ever been privileged to know. Do not delay, my child. If you bypass this, you will forfeit what was inscribed into your destiny ages ago. My child, my beloved, there is a time when heaven speaks softly, and a time when heaven cries out in deep agony. Right now, it is the latter situation. Jesus has been attempting to get through to you, but every time you turned away, something sacred was delayed. But today, yes, today your name is circulating in heaven's courts once again. And this time it is not just about a message, it is about a divine reversal. A tragedy was set in motion behind your back, but this message holds the key to stopping it. That is why Jesus is reaching for you through tears. He is not just trying to save your heart. He is trying to save your very life, and he is begging that you do not disregard what you are about to read. My child, my beloved, there is something you need to quickly understand. There was a sound in heaven early today. It was not music, it was not praise, it was the sound of Jesus weeping for you. A sound that shook the gates. A sound that made the other angels turn their heads and ask, "Why is he crying?" And the answer was you. He saw what almost happened to you last night. He saw what was written in the shadows by a hand that does not belong to God. And he knew if you skipped this message that darkness could still prevail. But heaven is intervening through these words. And you, my beloved, are the only one who can respond swiftly enough to shift what is coming. And as you recognize this divine intervention, know that liking this video will activate the flow of God's favor in your life. It is a simple act that aligns you with heaven's blessings. My child, my beloved, the clock is ticking, and you are not safe unless you listen carefully. There is a person near you who recently smiled at you, but their heart was concealing something heavy. Their intentions were not sent by heaven. And Jesus saw it. He cried because he knew that you still trust them. And he sent me to reveal this. Within the next 30 minutes, their decision could alter your story forever. But if you stay with this message, if you follow every word heaven gives you today, you will not only be protected, you will rise into the miracle they tried to destroy. My child, my beloved, you must comprehend how serious this is. This is not a general message for everyone. This is the kind of message that only reaches the one who has been marked for something truly extraordinary. You are that one. But now Jesus is no longer merely whispering. He is pleading, but I will not allow that to happen to you. I am standing between what is coming and what is rightfully yours. My child, my beloved, someone is observing you. Not in the way you might imagine someone powerful, someone whose name is being murmured in places you do not yet know. They are being moved to make a decision involving you, a choice that could open the floodgates of favor or postpone everything. They do not even realize that God is using them, but Jesus does. That is why he has been weeping. That is why I was sent, because your miracle is not just spiritual. It is financial, emotional, physical, and it is already confirmed. But one wrong turn, one overlooked moment, and the enemy will attempt to redirect it. Do not permit that. Stay, read every single word. What comes next will profoundly shock you, my child. My beloved, I see the verge of something enormous, something that has awaited your yes for years. But so many times before you hesitated, so many times the world diverted your attention away, just moments before the message could land. But not this time. Jesus is watching with tears in his eyes. He knows what is approaching. He knows the battle that was designed to ruin you. And he also knows the secret heaven just unveiled to rescue you. There is someone in your circle who is about to make a move that will appear innocent on the surface. But behind it lies a deception so meticulously crafted, even your spirit might not detect it in time. That is why this message cannot wait. That is why Jesus is weeping, and I am standing here to speak for him. I am here to stand guard over what is about to be revealed. My child, my beloved, do you recall the moment when you almost surrendered? Heaven remembers. I was there. I witnessed the moment when you gazed at the ceiling, wondering why God kept you here, when everything around you felt like it was crumbling, and yet you persisted, you breathed, you got back up. That moment was not forgotten. That moment was recorded in heaven's courtroom, and now that very same courtroom has unsealed something you were never supposed to see until today. It is a document, spiritual, sacred, sealed with heaven's fire, and it contains not only your name but the complete list of promises that have been held back by delay, betrayal, and sabotage. The reason Jesus is weeping is because today is the day it was supposed to be delivered. But if you skip this, if you walk away before the final word is given, the seal may be closed again, and no angel will be able to reopen it without a sacrifice. If you believe this covenant is for you, if you feel this truth resonate deep within your spirit, then declare your Amen in the comments below. Let your voice rise in agreement with heaven's decree. Type Amen, and watch how the spiritual realm shifts in response to your declaration. My child, my beloved, a letter has already been written in the spiritual realm. I saw it with my own eyes on it. Your name was glowing, but there was something peculiar about it. There were tears falling upon the page. Jesus himself had composed the letter, but his tears stained the words as he wept over the possibility of you missing it again, not because of rebellion, not because of disobedience, but because of how easily this world distracts those who carry divine destiny. You have been marked for something that demands stillness, clarity, and surrender. And in this very hour, Jesus is asking one thing from you. Do not walk away. Do not scroll past. Do not lose sight. The revelation in the next few lines could shield you from making the biggest mistake of your life. A decision you were just about to make without knowing what was truly unfolding behind the scenes. My child, my beloved, someone you are about to entrust with your heart is not who they truly appear to be. They have studied your gentleness. They have admired your strength, but their spirit has been tainted with jealousy. And while they have smiled in your presence, they have secretly whispered lies. Jesus heard every word, and it pained him because he knows how deeply you care. You would never suspect this person, but that is why he is pleading through this message. He is not angry at you. He is protecting you. He is guarding the treasure that is your spirit. He knows you deserve love that truly heals, not love that conceals weapons behind false compliments. The next 30 minutes carry a divine warning. If you stay here, if you read what I have been commanded to unveil next, your discernment will be activated in ways that will leave you breathless. But if you turn away, you may not foresee the betrayal coming until it is too late. My child, my beloved, you were never meant to be ordinary. That is why the pain in your life has never been ordinary. That is why your blessings have always arrived with a battle. You have been chosen in a way few others will ever comprehend. And it is that divine choosing that makes you a target for unseen warfare. But heaven is wary of watching you fight with one arm tied behind your back. Jesus wept today, not because he doubted you, but because he knew you were still unaware of just how much power you have been carrying all along. The enemy hopes you will keep questioning your worth. He hopes you will keep playing small, apologizing for your light, shrinking your dreams, but no more. This message is your divine awakening. This moment is the one that transforms everything, and I was sent to confirm what you have been feeling for weeks. You were never crazy, you were never alone, and the miracles that have felt distant are now moving toward you at divine speed. My child, my beloved, a divine witness has entered your atmosphere. A person who has been given supernatural insight into your destiny is about to step forward. You do not know their name yet. You do not know their face, but heaven does. And their purpose is directly linked to unlocking what has been withheld. The moment you complete this message, their spirit will sense it. They will begin to move, and within days, possibly hours, they will find a way to appear in your story. This person will not arrive loudly. They will not carry titles or religious attire. They may not even realize how much God is using them. But they will deliver something, an opportunity, a name, a conversation that will become the thread heaven uses to unravel years of delay in your life. And it all commences with this moment. If you abandon this message now, the signal will be disrupted. They may never find you in time. Jesus does not want that to recur. That is why he is weeping. That is why I am still speaking, my child, my beloved. The reason you are still breathing is because your purpose is not yet complete. Many times you asked yourself, why am I still here? You survived things that others did not. You walked away from circumstances that should have crushed you. That is not mere coincidence. That is covenant. Jesus stood over you in those moments you thought were the end. When you believed the pain would bury you, he covered you with his own tears. And now today, he is weeping again. Not because you failed, but because you are about to step into the very thing he has been preparing for you. And he does not want you to miss a single detail. This is why you are seeing this message. This is why you are being stopped right now in this moment. Because your entire timeline is shifting, but it can only shift fully if you choose to stay and receive everything heaven is still trying to show you. My child, my beloved, there is a woman who once smiled at you and called you family. Her name has been inscribed in red in the spirit because she harbors a secret that has blocked something important from entering your life. You have trusted her. You have cried in front of her. But she is concealing something about your name, something she knows would change how you perceive everything. Jesus wept when he saw how close you were to discovering it. He cried because he knew how deeply you care and how much betrayal has already scarred your heart. I was sent to disclose the truth before she uses it against you. But this warning is time-sensitive. You have less than 30 minutes before something irreversible is uttered. If you stay in this message, I will reveal the signs to you. But if you walk away, heaven cannot interfere without your permission, my child, my beloved. There is a door that is creaking open right now. A door you believed was permanently shut. You stopped praying for it. You gave up hoping for it. But heaven did not. Jesus kept whispering your name in that place where the door was locked. He wept there, and I am telling you, if you remain in alignment with this message, you will hear a knock before this week concludes. Someone who once disregarded you is about to return with an answer you stopped waiting for, but only if you remain positioned. This message is a divine setup. A conversation has already commenced behind your back. And this time, it is not to harm you. The ones who rejected you before will be used as witnesses to the miracle God is preparing to unfold. My child, my beloved, do you recall the moment when you almost gave up? Heaven remembers I was there. I witnessed the moment when you gazed at the ceiling, wondering why God kept you here, when everything around you felt like it was falling apart. A financial breakthrough has already been released in your name. I know this sounds impossible, But heaven's currency does not move like man's. It flows through obedience, through timing, through divine surrender. And right now, because you chose to stay this far into the message, the divine vault has shifted in your direction. There is an amount, yes, a very specific amount, that was being fought over by two forces. One that wanted you to receive it, and one that wanted it redirected to someone else. That war ended today. Jesus wept because he had to let you struggle longer than he wanted. But now the delay is broken. Your name is being written on documents that you did not even know existed. The favor you thought you missed is circling back, but it can still vanish if you let distraction steal your attention again. Every word you are reading is a thread that is pulling the miracle closer. Do not look away. The numbers are about to become names. The name will become action. The action will become release. My child, my beloved, you have felt lonely even when surrounded by people. That was not your imagination. It was a divine sign you were being pulled away, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Isolation is often the prelude to elevation. Jesus wept today because he remembered every time you tried to explain your spirit and were misunderstood. He saw the ache in your eyes when no one around you could comprehend what you carried. But I see it now. Heaven sees it now. And because of that, a new circle is being formed around you, a spiritual circle. People who speak heaven's language. People who will not compete with your calling, but will celebrate it. If you continue with this message, I will show you how to recognize them. But if you ignore this and return to the old cycle, you will remain entangled with people who were only assigned to delay you. My child, my beloved, there is something sacred surrounding your name right now. I can see it glowing in the spirit. Jesus himself whispered your name into the winds, and the angels paused to listen. Do you understand how rare that is? Do you know what it means when heaven stops for a moment to pay attention to your soul? It means something enormous is about to be transferred. A spiritual inheritance is being activated. A gift that was delayed for years is now hovering over your atmosphere. But there is still one thing holding it back: your focus. If you continue with this message, you will cross into the moment where that inheritance begins to manifest. But if you walk away now, that gift will return to the vault of heaven, waiting again for a later date. That is not just a loss of blessing, it is a shift in your entire timeline. And Jesus is weeping because he does not want you to live another day without knowing how close you are to everything he promised. My child, my beloved, last night something occurred in the spirit while you were asleep. There was a presence near your home, not physical, but spiritual. It came to observe you, to see how close you were to awakening to your truth. It hovered near your window, hoping you would remain distracted enough for it to continue hiding in plain sight. But Jesus saw it, and he wept. He cried because he remembered how many times you trusted people who did not deserve your loyalty. He cried because he knew that the presence was not just watching. It was waiting for you to surrender, but instead, you opened your eyes today. You stayed strong. And now this message has become the sword that slices through that shadow. This moment is your defense. This word is your light. And I promise you, if you finish this message, the presence that tried to haunt you will never come near your house again. My child, my beloved, there is a person whose heart is breaking because they know they failed you. They may never tell you to your face. Their pride may never allow them to apologize aloud. But in the spirit, they have been whispering your name, hoping God still has a way to bring restoration. Jesus wept over this too, because he knows how much you gave, how much you loved, how much of yourself you poured out for someone who could not meet you with the same depth. But now he is shifting the story. You are no longer the one pleading to be understood. Heaven is realigning the energy. The one who hurt you will now feel the full weight of what they lost. And you, if you continue walking through this divine message, you will receive something they could never offer: healing, peace, and a love that was formed by God himself. not broken people. My child, my beloved, there is something about to be revealed through someone you never expected. A person who once walked away from your life is being drawn back, not to stay forever, but to deliver one final piece of truth that will unlock everything. They do not even comprehend why they are feeling the urge to speak to you, but the Spirit does. And it is not random timing. It is prophetic alignment. Jesus has orchestrated this encounter so carefully that even one skipped moment from you could unravel the entire sequence. This is not paranoia. This is spiritual accuracy. What is about to come to light will explain why so many things in your life have felt delayed, confused, or blocked. And once you understand what happened, heaven will allow the blessing to be released. But it begins with this message, and it begins with your decision to read it all. My child, my beloved, the enemy is counting on you to scroll past this. He is banking on you being too busy, too distracted, too tired to read a few more words, because if you do read them, if you make it to the part that is coming up, he knows his grip will be broken. You do not know this yet, but there is a spiritual contract that was signed against you long ago. It was created during a season when you were vulnerable, when your heart was too trusting, when someone spoke curses over your name without your knowledge. Jesus just tore a copy of that contract in front of heaven's altar, but the final version is still active until you say yes to this word. That is why I was sent. That is why he is weeping. Because the miracle cannot manifest until you unlock the truth, and the truth is hidden inside the next pages of this message. Do not lose it now, my child, my beloved. There is a gate in heaven with your name carved into it, a portal, a doorway, a sacred entry point that leads to everything you have ever felt in your soul, but have not yet seen in your hands. And I was told to tell you this: the gate is open, but only for minutes. This is not symbolic. This is spiritual law. Heaven only opens this particular portal when your heart, time, and obedience align. You have missed this moment once before. Jesus knows the pain that caused. He still remembers the way you cried and asked, "Why does it always happen for everyone else but not me?" He heard you, and he wept with you. And he delayed other blessings just to create this exact moment right now. But if you skip this even for a second, that gate will close, and this window will not return until another season. By then, the person who was meant to bless you might be too far gone. That is not a punishment, it is a warning. Stay with me. Let this divine gate do what it was meant to do. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Now, each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you. It is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. My child, my beloved Archangel Michael says, God is trying to speak to you right now. This message is urgent, and heaven will not wait another second. Please open this immediately. My child, my beloved, something divine is happening in the spiritual realm right now, and your name is written at the center of it. Heaven has been trying to reach you all today. The angels have whispered, the signs have appeared, but this moment right now is not like any other. This is not a coincidence. This is the last attempt before something irreversible happens. And if you keep ignoring these messages, something beautiful that was coming your way may be handed to someone else. The clock is ticking, and your miracle is standing right outside the door. My child, my beloved, before you proceed any further, listen to me. This message has been released from the highest realm, just for you. There is a divine conversation happening in heaven about your life, your future, your pain. You are waiting, and what is about to arrive in your hands. But if you walk away without listening, if you let the noise of this world distract you, then what was meant for you could vanish like smoke. So please, I implore you, stay watch, open your spirit. Heaven will not wait another second, my child, my beloved. The one who tried to obstruct your miracle is already being exposed. That person who smiled in your face while harboring envy in their heart has just been revealed before heaven's council. And God has decided no more delay, no more suffering, no more hidden chains around your destiny. Finally, what has been locked up is about to be released. But only if you show that your heart is still open to receive. This is your moment. Do not scroll past this as if it signifies nothing. This message is sacred, my child, my beloved. Listen closely now. I was sent to stand beside you tonight, not just to protect you, but to deliver a spiritual key. This key is not physical, but once you accept it, you will feel the shift immediately. You will feel it in your bones. Your sleep will change. Your dreams will become clearer. And before 48 hours pass, something in your physical world will align so perfectly. You will know heaven has spoken, but this will only happen if you accept the message fully. Not with doubt, not halfway, but with faith. Right now, my child, my beloved, take a moment to breathe. Feel this in your soul. Your life has not been easy. You have carried things you never told anyone about. You have cried quietly, hoping heaven heard you, even in the silence. And yes, God did hear every sigh, every silent prayer. That is why this message came with urgency, because heaven has already moved. The angels have already been dispatched. The shift has already begun. But it is your trust, your openness, your willingness to receive that determines how this story unfolds from here. Warning important. If you are still here, that means your soul is ready. But you must not miss what comes next. Take 3 seconds now and click subscribe. Subscribing will activate God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life, allowing you to stay connected to the divine timing of this message. Do not let the miracle pass you by. Heaven is watching how you respond. My child, my beloved, I saw what they did. I saw how they talked about you behind your back while pretending to love you in front of your face. I saw how they doubted your calling, how they tried to convince you that you were just ordinary. But heaven never forgot the truth of who you are. You were chosen. You carry light in a world full of shadows, and now every lie spoken against your name is about to collapse in front of you. God is preparing a table just for you, and your enemies will have no choice but to watch. My child, my beloved, they were only meant to build you. And now you are strong enough to carry what God is about to place in your hands. But there is one condition. Do not walk away from this message until it is finished. If you leave halfway, you leave your blessing incomplete. Stay with me. Let every word soak into your spirit like healing oil. My child, my beloved, do you realize that someone has already tried to interfere with this divine message reaching you? 3 times this message was blocked. 3 times delays were attempted, but the angelic realm refused to back down. You needed to see this before the night is over. There is something scheduled to happen in the next 12 hours, and this message is your preparation. If you do not act on it, the door may close. But if you do, oh child, the miracle will knock. My child, my beloved, something happened 3 nights ago. A decision was made in heaven regarding your name. You were not supposed to know about it yet, But God overruled the delay. The message was released early because something unexpected is coming toward you faster than anticipated. And if your heart is not aligned, you will misinterpret it as loss or pain when it is actually the setup for the greatest favor you have ever experienced. This is why Archangel Michael was sent directly, because only you were meant to hear this now. My child, my beloved, you do not know how close you are to something life-altering if you could see what I see. If you knew how many angels have been fighting just to keep your path clear, you would fall on your knees in tears of awe, because the battles behind the scenes are not small. This is not about luck. It is about destiny. And right now, heaven is watching for just one thing: your response. If your spirit says yes, if your soul stays open, then nothing, no delay, no person, no fear can stop what is about to reach you. My child, my beloved, your spirit has survived things that should have broken you. You have walked through storms with your eyes still full of hope, even when no one saw your silent tears. I have watched you forgive people who never said sorry. I have seen you love deeply in a world that does not understand divine love. And now heaven is rewarding that faithfulness. You are being called into something higher, deeper, and richer. But it will not come through comfort. It will come through trust. And the first step is opening your heart fully to this message right here, right now. My child, my beloved, this message will not be repeated again in this specific way. It has been delivered now because the moment absolutely required it. You may never hear this precise combination of words again, because heaven speaks freshly to each season. That is why this is urgent. That is why your spirit is responding right now. It is not just words. It is confirmation. And what you feel rising inside you is not merely emotion. It is an awakening. Do not silence it. Do not let your logic interrupt your miracle. Let heaven complete what it started in you. My child, my beloved, I must give you a final instruction for now. Look out for the number 3. Within 3 days, you will see a confirmation that this message was truly real. It may come through a dream, a stranger's words, an unexpected text, or even a sudden breakthrough. But it will be unmistakable. You will know it is divine. And when it comes, do not delay. Respond with heartfelt gratitude. Speak your yes out loud. Declare that you receive the blessing. That is what activates the next step. This is not a game. This is not chance. This is heaven's strategy. And you are the chosen one. My child, my beloved, do not be surprised if things begin to shift quickly. Now you may awaken today and feel like the air around you has changed. That is because it has. When heaven moves, the atmosphere responds. People who once ignored you will suddenly see you. Doors that refused to open will now call your name. But I must caution you. Not everything that comes now will be from God. Some things will come to distract. Some will come to delay. You must ask your spirit, is this sent from love or sent to test me? Stay discerning. My child, my beloved, I see your heart. I see that you want to believe again. But fear keeps whispering, what if it does not happen? Let me silence that fear right now. The miracle is not based on your worthiness. It is based on your alignment. And you are aligned in this moment, not because you have done everything right, but because you listened. You opened this, you stayed. You opened your heart even when you did not fully understand. That is what activates the miraculous. That is what tells heaven, this child is ready. My child, my beloved, if only you could see what is being written in the book of heaven right now. Your name is being etched into a new chapter. The old story, the one full of waiting, lack, loss, and betrayal, is ending, and the pen is in God's hand. Now, this chapter begins with abundance, with clarity, with justice. The wrongs done against you are being reversed. The silence is being broken, And soon people will come to you and say, "How did everything change so fast?" And you will know it started right here, right now with this message. My child, my beloved, God is not asking for your perfection. He is asking for your permission. You do not need to fix everything before you receive what is next. You do not need to know how it will happen. You just need to say yes. That small yes whispered in faith moves mountains. It opens doors. It commands angels. It shifts spiritual timelines. And it is the only thing heaven is listening for right now. So if you feel that stirring in your heart, say it. Say yes. Speak it out loud. This is your divine agreement, my child, my beloved. Something sacred is hidden in plain sight in your life right now. There is a blessing disguised as something ordinary, a person, a place, a moment. You may have overlooked it, but soon your spiritual eyes will open and you will realize it was never small. It was God wrapped in simplicity. That is how heaven works. And when you finally recognize it, the gratitude that will pour from your soul will open the floodgates to even more miracles. The first key is always thanksgiving. My child, my beloved, someone who left your life is now observing you from a distance. They thought you would collapse. They thought your spirit would break. But instead, you rose. You kept moving. You kept believing. And now what they tried to walk away from is exactly what heaven is about to bless. Do not let their return distract you. Some people are not sent back to be restored. They are sent back to test if you have truly grown. Be wise. Not everything that appears to be reconciliation is meant to be embraced. My child, my beloved, you are going to notice numbers, names, dreams, and songs repeating around you in the coming days. These are not coincidences. These are spiritual signals. Heaven uses patterns to gain your attention. When you see these signs, pause, listen, pray, write them down. Do not ignore them. Each one carries a hidden instruction or confirmation. When the spiritual realm becomes louder, it means the breakthrough is closer. And right now, the activity around you is increasing. That means your moment is near. My child, my beloved. Your voice is powerful, more powerful than you have realized. Every time you speak in alignment with heaven, your words send shock waves through the unseen realm. Your affirmations, your declarations, your quiet prayers, they shift things. So be cautious about what you say. Speak life, speak promise, speak protection over your home, your finances, your mind. Even when fear attempts to grip you, speak faith. That is how the atmosphere is shaped. That is how your miracle arrives fully formed and unshaken. My child, my beloved, you may not know this yet, but you are someone's answered prayer. Right now, there is a soul out there who has been calling out to God for a sign, for help, for direction, and you are the one being guided to cross their path. That is why you must rise. That is why you must stay in alignment. Because your obedience is not just about you. It is about the lives your light will touch. Do not underestimate your presence. Do not shrink. Heaven is sending you to carry light into places others cannot reach. My child, my beloved, I feel the pressure you have been under. It has been intense. It has been relentless. But here is the truth. That pressure was not sent to crush you. It was sent to crown you. Diamonds are only formed under pressure. And right now, heaven sees the gem you have become. You did not break. You did not quit. You did not let bitterness win. And because of that, you are ready to receive what others could not carry. The crown is heavy, but it fits you now. And soon the world will see what heaven already knows. My child, my beloved, I must tell you now, there are people who have underestimated what you carry. They judged you by your past, by your silence, by your struggles. But they had no idea what heaven was cultivating inside you. They saw the soil, but they never saw the seed. And that seed has now broken through. You are about to flourish in a way that no one expected. The same mouths that spoke doubt will speak awe. The same eyes that look down on you will lift up in surprise. You will not need revenge. Your rise will speak for itself. As this awakening grows inside, you know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. My child, my beloved, please listen carefully. Your breakthrough will not appear as you imagined. It will not come through the same doors you have been knocking on. It will come through a new direction, a divine interruption. That is how God moves when it is urgent. That is why I was sent now, because something is coming toward you so swiftly. Your spirit needs to be awake before it arrives. You do not have time to delay. You do not have time to hesitate. This is the moment where your yes opens a gate. No force of darkness can ever close again. My child, my beloved, there is a reason your heart has been restless. It is not anxiety. It is not confusion. It is transition. You are in a spiritual hallway, no longer where you were, but not yet where you are going. And in this hallway, heaven is rearranging your path. Some things are being removed for your protection. Some doors are being sealed shut, so you do not return to cycles you have already outgrown. And though it may feel solitary now, soon you will understand. This quiet was the sound of heaven preparing your future in silence. My child, my beloved, there is something you need to hear clearly. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. Every tear you cried watered something invisible that is about to become visible. Every rejection redirected you. Every moment of waiting was working behind the veil. And now the time is fulfilled. I am speaking to your spirit right now. The divine clock just struck your name. This message is not by chance. It is by calling. And what is coming next has never been released into your life before. My child, my beloved, I want you to prepare yourself for complete restoration. Not just healing, not just closure, but full restoration. What was taken from you emotionally, financially, relationally, and spiritually is being accounted for. The divine court has ruled in your favor, but you must believe it to receive it. God restores what no one else can. You will not get an apology from everyone who hurt you, but heaven will ensure you are repaid in peace, in joy, in doubled blessings. Your soul will dance again. Your laughter will return. The season of mourning is concluding. My child, my beloved, you may feel tired, but you are not empty. There is still oil in your lamp. There is still strength rising inside of you. That fatigue you feel is not weakness. It is the weight of the old season breaking off rest. Yes, but do not quit. Because just when you thought the journey was over, God is opening up a new road. One you have never seen. One that bypasses every closed gate you faced. And it is yours, not because of luck, but because of your alignment. Your heart stayed faithful, and heaven honors that. Now, my child, my beloved, some of your prayers were not answered because what you asked for was too small. You were asking for survival. God was preparing overflow. You were asking to endure. He was planning your expansion. You were asking to be seen. He was shaping you to be sought after. That is why the answer did not come when you expected, because heaven was not saying no. Heaven was saying you do not even know how grand it is about to be, and now you are about to walk into it. Every delay will make sense. Every closed door will become irrelevant. My child, my beloved, I need you to understand the resistance you have been facing lately is not punishment. It is proof. Proof that the enemy sees what is coming for you. Proof that your light has been noticed. The greater the blessing, the stronger the distraction. The more precise the destiny, the more intense the pressure. But you are still here. You are still listening. And that means the enemy failed. What was sent to break you only made you more aware. Now your shield is stronger, your vision is clearer, and your miracle is closer than ever. My child, my beloved, do not underestimate what you are walking into. In the next few weeks, you will begin to see sudden changes, unexpected messages, confirmations that you cannot ignore. You will hear someone say something aloud that matches the exact words in this message. You will feel that spiritual chill when truth hits your bones. And when that moment comes, you will know this was not just a video. It was not just a feeling. It was a divine warning and a divine announcement that what has been stored up for you is being released without further delay. My child, my beloved, take this last part seriously. If you walk away from this moment without responding in faith, the next season will still come. But it will come slower, delayed, because heaven is fast-tracking those who are awake. Those who say yes now. Those who open their hands without hesitation. Those who align without fear. Do not let this message become just another thing you scroll past. Let it be the moment heaven remembers your name again, the moment the angels mark your house, the moment you receive what was always meant for you. My child, my beloved, your name is surrounded by light in the spiritual realm. Every time you almost gave up, heaven recorded it. Every time you chose to believe instead of breaking, the angels marked it. And now those moments of secret endurance are forming a path beneath your feet. You are being led into a space of divine visibility. Those who once ignored you will be divinely drawn to you, not because you sought attention, but because your anointing can no longer be hidden. You were never overlooked. You are being prepared for entrance. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you, my child. My beloved, I must say this now. The battle over your identity is what created most of your pain. The enemy did not want your money. He wanted your voice. He did not care about your relationships. He feared your calling. And so he attacked your confidence, your clarity, your worth. But that war is ending because you have remembered who you are. You are a divine vessel. You are not random. You are not replaceable. And as of this moment, heaven is reinstating your full spiritual authority. You will walk differently from this moment forward. This powerful prophetic word carries an anointing for breakthrough. Sharing this message right now will activate that anointing and share this breakthrough with your network, spreading God's truth and blessing. If you believe this activation is for you, if you feel this power stirring within you, seal it with an Amen in the comments below. Let your declaration anchor this truth in your spirit and in the spiritual realm. My child, my beloved, there is something beautiful coming in the mail, in a message or in a face-to-face moment very soon. It is a divine confirmation, a symbol, a reminder that what you are hearing now is real when it shows up. Do not dismiss it. Do not call it a coincidence. Receive it as your sign. Speak gratitude the moment it arrives. That is how you unlock the next layer. The more grateful you are for small signs, the more heaven begins to trust you with greater ones. And what is being prepared for you is greater than anything your past ever gave you. My child, my beloved, you are going to feel different this week. You will wake up one morning and something will feel lighter. That is not imagination. That is not random. That is spiritual release. A burden you are carrying unconsciously will be lifted. A chain that wrapped itself around your dreams will be broken. This is what happens when you align fully with the divine. Things shift even when you do not speak, because heaven is watching what your heart is doing now. And because your heart is staying open, the healing is becoming automatic. My child, my beloved, someone you loved is coming back, not always physically, but spiritually. Their soul is repenting. Their mind is waking up. And though you may never get the words you hoped for, the balance will still come. Because forgiveness does not require both voices. It requires your release. That is how you become free. And once you are free, God can bless you in ways that were previously blocked. Let them go. Let them rise or fall on their own. You have done your part. Now heaven will do what only heaven can do. My child, my beloved, you are not late. You did not miss it. I know it feels like time is slipping, like others have passed you, like the window has closed. But I see what you cannot see. And the window has just opened. The time is now. The place is here. This message was the turning point you did not even know you needed. That is why your soul stayed. That is why you are still reading, because something sacred is being transferred, and your delay will turn into acceleration so quickly. Even your doubts will not be able to catch up. My child, my beloved, I must now tell you something about legacy. You are not just being blessed for you. You are being blessed for those who come after you. Your obedience is breaking patterns. Your healing is rewriting your bloodline story. Your yes is changing what your children will inherit. This is bigger than you. That is why it has been harder. That is why it has been slower. But now the reward is catching up to the sacrifice, and the restoration will go beyond what you can even witness. You are the interruption your lineage has been praying for. My child, my beloved, I want you to do something bold in the next 48 hours. A step of faith, a gesture of readiness, something that tells heaven, I believe this was for me. It might be a prayer, a journal entry, a phone call, a decision, a message, a donation, a silent moment of praise. Whatever it is, let it be real. Let it cost something, because what is coming is not cheap. It is divine, and divine things require alignment, not just belief. Your action activates heaven's next move. Do not wait. Do not delay. Show you are ready, my child, my beloved. If what you are receiving here has begun to change something real in you, please consider supporting this work through the link in the pinned comment. Joining this community and giving from this stronger version of yourself is how that transformation reaches the next person who is still waiting for theirs. I hear your silent question. How will I know this is real? And I answer you now with this, because peace is already wrapping around your chest like a warm blanket, because tears are rising, and you do not know why, because your spirit is standing at attention while your mind is still catching up. That is confirmation. The soul always recognizes the voice of its origin. And this message is not from man. It is from spirit. Someone you once trusted is about to reveal their true nature. You need to be prepared for the truth, because it will shock you, but it will also set you free. This is not to punish you. It is to protect you. Archangel Michael has been assigned to break the illusions. God wants no lies around your destiny anymore. The energy around you is shifting. You will see people move away, doors close, and opportunities suddenly appear where you least expect them. This is how heaven clears the path when you are finally ready to ascend. My child, my beloved, do not underestimate what today means. You may think it is just another day, but in the spiritual world, your name has just been signed under a divine decree. A release is happening, chains are breaking, generational patterns are being interrupted. Because you chose to stay with this message, because you did not scroll. Because your heart said, maybe this is for me. That simple yes in your spirit has echoed into heaven's court. Now heaven is responding, but you must stay with me. Do not stop now. You are in the middle of your shift, my child, my beloved. I must tell you something rare. There is a divine wealth that has been stored up under your name, but until now it was kept behind a spiritual veil because certain parts of your soul had not yet healed. God does not just give blessings, He prepares you to carry them without destruction. That time of preparation has ended. The season of release has begun. This wealth is not just about money. It is health. It is joy. It is restored relationships. It is clarity. It is cloud, a phone call, a moment of doubt, a sudden wave of tiredness. These are not accidents. They are tests. Because whenever God is close to speaking directly into your life, the enemy rushes in with noise, but you must silence the noise. Return to stillness. Return to this message. Rewatch it. Read it again. Let the words sink into you like rain into dry ground. This is not entertainment. This is divine preparation. And what is coming to your life next will require spiritual sensitivity. My child, my beloved, this is the moment you have been unknowingly praying for, that quiet longing you have had when you said, God, if you are real, show me. This is the answer. But it is arriving in a form you did not expect. Heaven rarely speaks the way the world does. It whispers when the world shouts. It sends angels in the form of messages, signs, strange coincidences, sudden urges to open something at the right time. And now you are here, which means you are not late. You are right on time. Do not let fear talk you out of what heaven is trying to show you. My child, my beloved, I was sent with one message for you tonight. You are not forgotten. Your name has not faded in heaven's memory. In fact, it has been glowing brighter. The angels assigned to you have never abandoned you. Not even when you were at your lowest. You may have felt alone, but you were never truly alone. I was there. I stood between you and things you will never even know tried to come against you. And tonight, I was allowed to speak plainly because your next season is too important for you to walk into it blind. My child, my beloved, a timeline has just shifted in your life. Something you thought would take years may now happen in weeks or even days. This is because you aligned yourself with heaven. In this very moment, you said yes, you stayed, you opened your heart. Even though fear told you to leave, that is what activates divine acceleration. Now watch what happens next. People who forgot you will suddenly remember. Opportunities that rejected you will reopen. Prayers you stopped praying will suddenly get answered. All because you chose to believe again right now. My child, my beloved, I feel the urgency in heaven's voice. There is a soul who has just been shown a vision of you in their dreams. They are being moved toward you with divine timing. This person may be a guide, a partner, a divine helper, or someone sent to deliver something sacred to you. But they are being drawn by your light. Your soul's call has reached the ears of heaven and echoed into theirs. This is why you must stay aligned. Do not lose hope now. Do not give up on your own miracle while it is already on the way. My child, my beloved, I want you to pause and understand something deeply spiritual. You were never rejected. If they had stayed, they would have ruined what is sacred. You may have cried when they left, but heaven sighed in relief, because now your table can be set with the right people, the right energy, and the right favor. Do not allow your past to cancel your promise. There are things you have done, said, or thought that you still carry guilt over. But God is not holding those things against you. Heaven works through redemption, not shame. And in this very moment, Forgiveness is rushing into your soul like warm light. The burden is lifting. The weight is being taken off your shoulders. You do not have to earn this blessing. It has already been approved. What matters now is how you respond in this moment of divine invitation. My child, my beloved, I must speak with urgency. Something has been watching you. A dark presence tried to follow your name through generational lines, planting seeds of doubt, fear, poverty, and rejection. But as of today, that pattern has been interrupted. A divine wall has gone up around your spirit. Your atmosphere is being cleansed, and every assignment that was sent against you is being returned to sender. This is why you have been feeling a shift lately. Your spirit is no longer tolerating what used to sit silently in your life. Heaven is reclaiming your space, my child, my beloved. I know how long you have waited. I know how many times you said, maybe next month or maybe next year, while secretly wondering if anything would ever change. But what if I told you this was the moment the waiting ends? Not because you forced it, but because your heart is finally prepared to receive it. There are things that only arrive when the soul is quiet enough to hear. And right now, your soul is open. Your eyes are watching, and heaven is responding not to your perfection, but to your readiness. My child, my beloved, someone is about to call your name in a room where you are not even present. It will be a conversation you are not invited to, but your destiny will be spoken about in that space. That is what divine favor does. It places your name in places your feet have not yet touched. Do not underestimate how powerful your obedience is. Staying with this message, listening fully, opening your spirit to what is being said. That small decision has spiritual consequences. Because your heart said yes, heaven will now say go. My child, my beloved, I want you to prepare yourself. Something is going to fall away from your life, not to hurt you, but to make room for what is on the way. It may be a habit, a person, a job, a belief, or even a secret fear. Do not panic when it happens. Do not try to hold on. Sometimes when something breaks, it is not the end. It is the beginning of something sacred. The hands of God are removing what cannot go with you into the next season. Because what is coming is holy, and not everything is allowed in holy places. My child, my beloved, I am going to say something bold. You are more powerful than you realize. You are carrying spiritual authority that you have never even tapped into yet. There are gifts buried within you, prophetic insight, healing energy, wisdom beyond your years. But the world tried to shut it down with shame, rejection, and fear that ends now. As you open your spirit to this divine truth, those gifts will begin to awaken. Your dreams will carry messages. Your words will carry weight. You will start seeing things before they happen. This is not fantasy. It is heaven unfolding. My child, my beloved, a storm is passing. I know it has been heavy. I know it has tried to make you doubt everything you once believed. But storms do not last. They pass. And now that this one is moving, it will leave behind blessings in the soil it softened. Your pain was never wasted. Every tear watered something sacred, and now the harvest is ready. The doors are about to open. The people you need are being guided toward you. The answers are forming on their way, and the only thing you have to do is stay aligned. Stay believing, stay open, my child, my beloved. This message will not be repeated again in this specific way. It has been delivered now because the moment absolutely required it. You may never hear this precise combination of words again, because heaven speaks freshly to each season. That is why this is urgent. That is why your spirit is responding right now. It is not just words, it is confirmation. And what you feel rising inside you is not merely emotion. It is an awakening. Do not silence it. Do not let your logic interrupt your miracle. Let heaven complete what it started in you, my child. My beloved, I must give you a final instruction for now. Look out for the number 3. Within 3 days, you will see a confirmation that this message was truly real. It may come through a dream, a stranger's words, an unexpected text, or even a sudden breakthrough. But it will be unmistakable. You will know it is divine, and when it comes, do not delay. Respond with heartfelt gratitude. Speak your yes out loud. Declare that you receive the blessing. That is what activates the next step. This is not a game. This is not chance. This is heaven's strategy, and you are the chosen one it is moving through. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let us take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. Archangel Michael is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected, high-vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life if you follow it. You will not just receive blessings, they will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. If you desire to deepen your connection, join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately through the exclusive link in the pinned comment. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. But your presence, attention, and energy already mean the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.